center, so we will have books that we are already having some of our residents ask us, can we start donating you some of our books? We're going to start taking books probably in the August-September time frame. So, but that will be for books and for movies and those type things. We'll also have a business center because we, some of our depositors are still working. So this is important to them because they want to have an area where they can copy, fax, shred, that type thing. But even those residents that are retired, that's something that's important to them as well. Also, underground parking. Every apartment is designated one underground parking spot. And then we'll also have guest suites available, so if you have family that's coming in town and you don't want them to stay in your apartment, we'll have a guest suite for them. Now the next pictures that I'm going to show you are pictures of some of our sister communities in Texas. This is not how the Barrington of Carmel is going to look. SQLC, what they do when they sponsor a project is they go into the area where they're going to build, they study the history, and then they make their buildings conform and fit with that community. So this is the Mirador. This is actually their resource center, their library, and as you can see, it's very nice finishes.
Where is this located?
Mirador is in Corpus Christi. Edgemere is actually in Dallas. This is a picture of their dining room, and I know it's kind of hard to see it. It's not a very good picture, but it's beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. I've been there. I've eaten there. The food was very good. This picture really doesn't do it justice. The Staten is in Fort Worth. It is a high-rise. This is the 11th floor. This is their cafe, bistro, pub. So as you can see over there towards the left, they actually can see right out over the city. So, you know, again, this is a little different. You know, the Barrington of Carmel is going to be 3 levels. It's not going to be a high-rise, but I think this kind of gives you the quality of the communities. So now we're going to talk about the things that we never want to talk about, and that's health care. And how to plan for that. How to plan for retirement and the cost of what we're going to pay for health care. And the truth is that at least 60% of all Americans who reach the age 65 at some time are going to require some degree of long-term health care. To kind of put that in perspective, that's about over half of this room. The average length of stay in a skilled nursing right now is about 2.5 to 3 years. And then couple that with the cost. In this area right now, the market rate for assisted living, memory care, or skilled nursing today is about $108,000 a year. So what the Barrington of Carmel is hoping to do is help people not pay that amount for your health care. So what are your options? You're going to laugh here in a second. You can do nothing and you can stay in your pretty little house up here with no roof. We purposely put that up there because, as I think all of us, as we get older, our homes kind of get to be a burden to us when you start thinking about everything, all the maintenance that we have to do to keep them up. So I know that's kind of a little bizarre, but yeah, I think you get my point. You can move in with your children. Who wants to do that? I know I love my children to death, but I don't want to live with them, and I know they don't want me to live with them either. So you can look into a home health care plan, which this is doable if it's short term, but what we are finding out is in this area that the average daily rate's about $200 a day. And we've done some of these seminars in the last couple of months where we've had a couple of people say, hey, you're not telling them it's high enough. I've paid $400 a day. But I think that all depends on the level of care that's needed. Again, that's doable, short term, but the thing that I don't like about that too is, in essence, we become employers at that point. So if our caregiver doesn't show up, who's responsible? We are. We need to make sure that, you know, we make up the difference. Oh. Or you can do what we're hoping you'll do with this presentation tonight, to kind of start thinking and start investigating senior living communities. And that's where we're hoping that the Barrington of Carmel can become your ashram. So the Barrington of Carmel Life Care, this is what kind of sets us apart from other communities. It is a very comprehensive retirement plan, is the way that we look at it. You have to be living independently and be relatively healthy to qualify for life care, which all of you are doing now, or you wouldn't be here this evening. You can't get life care after you need it. And one example that we like to use is, let's say I buy a little sports car and I'm out driving and I wreck it. Then I call State Farm and say, hey, I need insurance now. They're not going to cover me. It's too late by that time. So the Barrington of Carmel health care gives you a predictable monthly fee. What we've done is we've taken the average of all of our independent living monthly fees and come up with an average cost. And the Barrington of Carmel life care rate is $32.95 a month. So now you're thinking, how's this work? Well, I don't know if any of you remember June Cleaver or not, but this is June. She lives by herself in a one-bedroom independent living apartment, and she's paying $23.95 per month for all of her services. She has a health care change and needs to move into health care now. So she moves to a higher level of care in a private suite. She's now going to start paying her life care benefit of the $32.95 a month, regardless of the level of care she needs. So basically, she could go into assisted living, memory care, or skilled, and she's going to pay $32.95 a month. If she were still living at home, or she was in another retirement community without life care, she would be paying the street rate per se right now here in the Indianapolis and Carmel area of $9,000 to $12,000 a month for her long-term care. So $9,000 to $12,000 versus $32.95 a month, that's a huge difference. So now we're going to look at a married couple. We've got the Nelsons. They live in a two-bedroom apartment and they're paying $29.95 per month for all their services. Mr. Nelson needs to move to a higher level of care in a private suite. Let's just say he's going into assisted living. He's now going to start paying his life care benefit of $32.95 regardless of his level of care. It could be assisted living, memory care, or skilled. Mrs. Nelson's going to stay in her independent living apartment and continue to pay the $29.95 per month. So if you add the two together, $29.95 and the $32.95 a month, it's still cheaper than one person that's living in a non-life care community outside of the Barrington of Carmel. So why choose the Barrington of Carmel Life Care? Well, we think it gives you financial security. It gives you the ability to control the cost of what you're paying for your health care through stable monthly costs. It also helps you preserve your estate because you're not paying as much for your health care. There's tax benefits that go along with this as well. I am by no means a tax expert, but I can tell you that my recommendation, whether or not you choose the Barrington of Carmel or another senior living community, is get with your financial advisors, with your tax advisors, and make sure that you are taking advantage of all the tax breaks that you can. I do know that in a life care community that a certain percentage of what you pay for your initial entry fee is tax deductible one time. Also, once you transition into the health care, there is a certain percentage that you can take off of your monthly charges on your taxes as well. So again, I'm not an expert on that, but I would recommend you talk to the experts to make sure you get to take full advantage of that. The other thing with the Barrington of Carmel Life Care is that you're never asked to leave due to financial hardship. So unless you would go to the casino and gamble all your money away, you would not have to worry about ever being asked to leave the Barrington of Carmel if you outlived your assets. Okay? So what's the Barrington of Carmel timetable? As you already heard, we're still under construction. We are looking to be open sometime this fall, hoping to have our first move-ins, provided we don't have any, unforeseen circumstances come up in the November-December area. What we're doing right now is our depositors have placed a risk-free, interest-bearing reservation deposit of 7% of the entry fee on the apartment of their choice. The 7% deposit start at $17,493. That's for a small one-bedroom apartment. These deposits are 100% refundable at any time between now and the time that we open. Say you get a notice from us that we're ready for you to move in, you come in, you walk through your apartment and you decide, hey, this isn't for me, you let us know. We guarantee we will give you your 7% deposit back with interest.
What is the size of apartment? I know you said small, but what?
We actually have 9 different floor plans.
Mm-hmm.
So it is, what we normally recommend is that if you want to learn more about the Barrington, to come into the information center. We actually have all of our floor plans on big boards that are in a presentation room to where you can physically go in, look at the different floor plans. You can also see the different finishes. We have kind of a model kitchen area so you can see how the kitchens will be put together. But again, the 7% deposit is 100% refundable at any time. And again, we're opening later this year. So to kind of answer your question, to go a little bit further, the financial options range, of course, like we said, starts out at $17,493. The monthly fees, and this is all dependent on the size of apartment that you choose, but the low end is $23.95 and the high end is $39.95. The life care benefit is always the $32.95. So whenever you go to health care, whenever you need that, you know that you're going to pay the $32.95.
Is that monthly fee is for one person or for two person or?
Actually, that monthly fee right now it would be for one or for two people. And as we go on, we have been selling those fees for one or two people. We've not had any second person fee. I know a second person fee is coming. I've been told that we will start charging a second person fee. However, they have not gotten me updated contracts yet. So until I get updated contracts, I'm selling no second person fee. But like I said, I know that at any time, I mean, I could go in tomorrow and they could have the new contracts there. but they've told me for the last month that they're coming, and I haven't seen them yet. We just we just had 2 sales today with no second person fee. So that's a very good question. If you think that you are interested or you know of anyone that might be interested, this is the best time to get in. And it's 100% refundable if you change your mind down the road.
So that means the monthly fee is for physical building only?
No, we're going to get on, there, a couple of slides further, I'm going to go through exactly what's included in your monthly fee.
And the life care benefit is those who require assisted living?
Exactly.
Or
Assisted
nursing
living,
care.
exactly, or memory care.
or memory care?
Exactly. And that is when that is a permanent transition.
So essentially, that means nearly $6,000 if somebody requires nursing care.
No, well, not, I think you're confused because once you move to the health care, you stop paying this and you start paying this.
So then there's only life care benefit.
Yes, yes. This that you're looking at right here is for independent living,
Okay.
okay? So when you're no longer independent and you transition into assisted living, memory care, or skilled, that's when your life care benefit kicks in of $32.95. So for some people, let's say you come into independent living and you're living in the largest apartment, you're going to pay $39.95 a month.
So that does not include food and so on.
It does, yes, and we're going to get,
Monthly.
it does, and we're going to get to that here in a minute.
Can the people sell this back like a condo?
She's gonna get to that.
Yeah, yeah. This will answer your question right here. These programs, well, let me go back here to the entrance fee. These are the entrance fees, $249.9 to $499.9. Depends on the size of apartment that you choose, okay? But what's important to know is that those entry fees are refundable. So for a single coming in, that entry fee becomes 90% refundable. So if you decide that the Barrington of Carmel is not for you, you don't like it, or you pass, 90% of the entry fee that you've paid is going to go back to you or to your estate. Now, if it's a married couple, it's an 80% refund. So 80% of the entrance fee that you pay goes back to you or back to your estate. So that's the key thing that you want to remember.
Is there a time limit for that, or just any, once you are no longer living?
Once, I'm not
The
sure.
80% or 90% refund that you are
Either you move away or.
Yeah.
move away or you die,
Exactly,
then you given to your
Children.
children or whoever.
Yeah.
exactly, exactly.
But this entrance fee is in addition to the monthly fee.
Yeah.
It is, yes, it is. But that gives you the guarantee for life care, the lower predictable price, the $32.95 a month for if and when the time comes that you require health care, that you have that lower fee, that you're not paying the $6,000 to $9,000.
You don't require that for the month, for the independent living?
This,
Monthly, it is.
When do you start paying the life care benefit?
you don't pay this
Un-
until you
Use.
transition into assisted living, memory care, or skilled.
But
And
the entrance fee is required for any.
the entrance fee is required for independent living.
Any,
Mhm.
okay.
So,
Yes.
so the entrance fee is basically purchasing the property on location
In
from
essence,
249 to 5.
in essence, but again, that entrance fee is going to be either 90 or 80% refundable whenever you pass or you decide that you want to
So
leave.
it's.
But what if you want to go ahead and sell it to somebody else at a
You
higher
can't do
profit?
that. No,
Can't
no.
do that, okay.
No.
Okay. That's the whole idea.
Even the
Uh,
same one.
Yeah.
So just,
So if you sell it, you don't get back the entrance
No.
fee.
You can't sell it.
You cannot sell.
Yeah,
it.
No,
yeah,
but
you-
sell through you.
No,
Didn't you say,
no, you
maybe
get
I
80% or 90% back, that's all.
So
Yeah.
the entrance fee is purchasing the property, or what is the entrance?
Either you
the entrance fee is
pay
actually
or
getting you the life care
Either you
benefits,
pay or
the enables
So
you to be
the-
able to use the community, yes.
It's
And-
basically to stop
No.
people from speculating and
Yeah, yeah.
trying to make profit out of it.
Exactly.
It's a good system.
And then, you know, I know that you had questions about what is included in that monthly service fee, and this is where we'll talk about that. You'll have a flexible dining program, which included in that is what we call 300 Barrington bucks, but it's in essence a credit. You're not actually given money, you're given a $300 credit to use in any of the food venues throughout the community. Linen, it's bi-weekly linen and housekeeping services, so we're gonna come in every other week, change your sheets and everything for you. Also, do light housekeeping for you. All your utilities, except for your phone, is included in that monthly service fee that you pay. All of the interior and exterior maintenance is included as well. So let's say you have a leaky faucet, you pick up the phone and call us and say, I need somebody to fix this, and we send maintenance to your apartment to take care of it for you. It also includes all the social and recreational opportunities, all the activities that we talked about, you know, earlier, if you like to play cards, all that type of thing, that's all included. 24-hour emergency call system and security monitoring. The property taxes and insurance is all